Hey, what's up? This is Raulh of Please Act Right. Today's video. Okay, this is a woman who is divorced with 4 kids. Clearly, she had a previous video talking about why a man should take care of somebody else's kids financially. So a gentleman went on this woman's social media and asked her this one question. How does raising and investing in your ex's kids benefit me? What do I gain from working hard and cashing out on another man's kids? And here's her response.
This is the ignorant mentality that I speak about. This type of man is a low value man. He has no purpose, nor does he know who God created him to be for us. To make a comment to say, how does it benefit you to raise somebody else's kid? How does it benefit for you to cash someone else's kid? Shows that you have no emotional intelligence. You have no intellect, okay? Because see, the reality of it is, we're all God's creatures. If you are in love with someone, you embrace their children as if they're yours, okay? And the reason you would do that, if you have an understanding of what you believe and how you believe it, God takes us and he makes us his own, right? So when he actually died on the cross, the gospel was given to the Jews, and yet the Jews did not care about the Gentiles, and he grafted us in, the Gentiles, which it didn't belong to us, but he grafted us in. We're now considered his. We're not considered stepchildren. So when you carry a mentality as ignorant as cashing out somebody else's kid, it shows that you lack any integrity, any morality. It shows that you're self-centered and possibly narcissistic. It shows many different things. This is why so many families are broken, and especially in the Black community. Let's talk about that. This is why our community continues to lack. So when you go out there in the streets and you see somebody disrespecting the older person, you see a young youth maybe going wayward, do you not say to yourself, maybe I should say something to that young blood right there? Let me say, hey dude, that's not the right way to go. We can do better. And take somebody under your wing and mentor them. See, when you start thinking about others beyond yourself, you make different choices, you grow. But that mentality that you mentioned right there is the reason why, all these celebrities still got women popping their butts on the videos, degrading themselves. They all about the money and the cash and the power and all these bling, 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 because y'all stupid and ignorant. I hate to say that, but that's what the Bible calls it, stupid and ignorant and foolish. And until you start learning who you are and valuing yourself, and you'll start valuing and seeing other people and start wanting to build them up. How about that? You would never get a woman like me. And I'm a single mom. And I tell you what, best believe, I have people in my DMs every single day. Not because just the way I look, but honey, I have integrity, I have morality. I carry myself in such a manner that whoever I am with, I am going to make them look good as well as they should make.
Now, sorry about the video cutting off. I didn't do that. That's just where the video clip ended. Now let me dive into a few things she's saying here to see if we're on the same page.
This is the ignorant mentality that I speak about. This type of man is a low value man.
And see, from the very beginning, here comes the name calling. He's a low value man because he asked, why should he spend his money on kids he did not produce?
He has no purpose, nor does he know who God created him to be for us.
God created him to be a father to his own children and to make wise decisions. And since he's deciding not to be a simp for her, she's instantly calling him a low value man.
If you are in love with someone, you embrace their children as if they're yours.
Okay, cool. But why should the new man have to pay for them? Don't they have a father? That's the father's responsibility.
God takes us and he makes us his own, right? So when he actually died on the cross, the gospel was given to the Jews, and yet the Jews did not care about the Gentiles, and he grafted us in, the Gentiles, which it didn't belong to us, but he grafted us in. We're now considered his. We're not considered stepchildren.
What? No. You know what? I get what she's saying. Hear me out. She's saying that when David and Goliath fought, the blood that came from Goliath when he was bleeding to death made it start raining, which was the reason why Noah had to build the ark and get 2 of each animals on board. That way, when Moses parted the Red Sea, he didn't have to have a fishing pole because the fish were right there on the ground. So he just picked up 2 of them and fed 5,000 with 2 fish and a loaf of bread. Now, I'm not exactly sure where the loaf of bread came from. And that made just about as much sense as she just did. What church did she go to?
So when you carry a mentality as ignorant as cashing out somebody else's kid, it shows that you lack any integrity, any morality. It shows that you're self-centered and possibly narcissistic.
So he's a narcissist because he doesn't want to spend his hard-earned money on her kids that she had with some other man. Okay, so how much does it cost to raise a kid these days? I Googled it, and more than a few websites said the same thing. It costs approximately $233,000 to raise a child. That's one child, and she has 4. Where your baby daddy's at?
This is why so many families are broken, and especially in the Black community. Let's talk about that. This is why our community continues to lack.
No, so many families are not broken because men don't want to take care of some other man's child financially. Families are broken because of divorce, having children out of wedlock, males producing babies and not taking care of them, and women who won't allow their child's father to see their kids. That's why there's so many broken families. Get it right, girlfriend.
So when you go out there in the streets and you see somebody disrespecting the older person, let me say, hey dude, that's not the right way to go. We can do better. And take somebody under your wing.
Now, I agree with that. I mentored quite a few young men when I used to live in the city, and a few of them turned out pretty well. We're actually friends on Facebook, and I interact with them from time to time. But I did not have to raise them by spending my income on them on the regular. Granted, I have spent some money on a few kids that were in need. One kid needed some new shoes, so I asked his mother if it would be okay if I bought him. She said yes, and I bought him some new shoes. Another kid needed a winter coat, so I bought him a winter coat. But I wasn't taking care of those kids on the regular, just where I saw there was a definite need.
Still got women popping their butts on the videos, degrading themselves. They all about the money and the cash and the power and all these bling, bling, bling.
So let me get this right. The reason women are popping their butts on social media is because a man doesn't see benefit in him spending his hard-earned income raising some other man's child. Woman, please. These girls are shaking their butts on social media for attention. They're doing exactly what they see Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion do.
And until you start learning who you are and valuing yourself,
I think that's exactly what he's doing. His value is in spending his income on his own children that he made with a woman, and not on yours that you made with some other man.
You would never get a woman like me.
I know the guy who wrote that comment. When he heard her say that, he was like, "Thank you, O gracious Lord, for blessing me not to be able to get a woman like her." Amen. Show of hands. How many guys want a woman just like her? Nobody? I wonder why.
But best believe, I have people in my DMs every single day. Not because just the way I look.
This is where a lot of women get their heads swollen. Those guys in your DMs every single day, they're not trying to get with you so they can become the father of your children and pay for them. Those guys are trying to get with you because they want to do you. Some of those guys, which I don't condone this type of behavior, see a woman like her, a single mother of 4, as an easy target and an easy lay. They are not interested in you because of your dreams, aspirations, and your intelligence, or the lack thereof.
Y'all stupid and ignorant. I hate to say that.
Here's something that I found. Ever since I started my other channel in 2015, and now this channel, I'm beginning to realize a trend in some of these women. The minute something doesn't go their way, or they hear something that they don't like, here comes the name calling. That's when their immaturity shows.
Y'all stupid and ignorant.
Keep that in mind, fellas, when you're dating a woman. If she starts calling you out of your name, does she really respect you? Taking care of some woman's kids that she had by somebody else is that man's choice, and he should not be shamed into doing it because she thinks he should. Shouldn't she be putting that same emphasis on the man she had the kids with? He's the one that should be financially taking care of these kids, not the next man. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy. And if you want, you can go to my channel and check out videos I have there. I got plenty of them. Go ahead. Don't be scared.